Hey, welcome back to the commercial-free podcast about podcasting. Oh, that's refreshing to say, isn't it? This is the How to Podcast series. It's Dave. I'm glad you're here. Commercial-free, 507 episodes plus. Glad to have you here. And there's a reason why we're commercial-free. Because commercials annoy the heck out of me as a listener. And you and others like you who listen to the show have been so kind to use our Buy Me a Coffee link on our website and also in the show notes. And that's super kind of you because it does help fill up our cup, which I love. And it's a way for us to cover, website costs and hosting costs and, on and on and on. It goes on and on, right? And we don't have commercials. So if there's somebody that comes on with a business, they're vetted, they're here because I think they bring value for you as a podcaster, not because I get an affiliate link out of the deal. I'm really, 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 really tired with podcasters who only promote items if they have an affiliate link. Like, they don't even know what the product does. They don't use it. They don't endorse it, but they get a link. So as long as you have a link, you can be on my show because then I can make some of that sweet podcast cash off of you clicking a link. And I do have some affiliate links, yes, but they're only products I use, products I endorse, products I recommend, and I'm not looking for a website of clickable links to make me a couple bucks here and there. I'm not here to sell you to any vendor at all. And I've been reading Fans First, Jesse Cole, creator of the Savannah Bananas, a great creator, a visionary, who took a decrepit old baseball field and stadium and turned it around and created something that's just amazing. He took one of the most boring sports next to golf and gave it new life and created the Savannah Bananas. And in his book, Fans First, he talks about his journey. And I heard an interview with him recently, and he was asked about sponsorship for the Savannah Bananas, the baseball games, and everything he does. And if sponsors are lined up to support his vision, put money on the table and make this thing work. And his response in this interview, golden. I resonate with this so much because this has been my approach from day one for this podcast and my 8 other podcasts, that I'm here to serve my audience, and how we make money will be a result of great content over time, building a community and an audience, one listener at a time. So again, the commercial-free version of all my shows available to you because of you, with your support through the Buy Me a Coffee and just being here and telling other people about the show. No mattresses, no supplements, no, just podcast. So here is Jesse responding to a question about sponsorship for the Savannah Bananas, the organization. And it's like just this little mini lesson on what matters most. And this is really my heart for my podcast. Your vision might be different. You might be on the path for sponsorship and having people sponsor your episodes and sponsor your podcast and all that. That's great for you. I'm not diminishing that for you at all. But for me and my show, I'm following this path. And when I see somebody I admire also on a similar path, it just reinforces for me that for me and my podcast, I'm headed in the right direction to not have sponsors on the show. But here's Jesse responding to a question about sponsorship for the Savannah Bananas. Again, his book, Fans First. Check out his response. I love this.
Did you have financial backers? Are you the sole owner of the whole operation?
Yeah, it's me. It's my wife. It's fun.
No investors. No.
We send out everyone.
From the start.
Yes, 100%. Because what do investors want?
Control.
And to get a
Payout.
return.
Right.
Our return is the fan experience. As soon as you get shareholders, you get other people involved, they have different desires, different goals. Our goal is to create 1 billion fans. And so 0. And I believe, everyone says you got to raise money to do this. You got to start a league. You got to get this. You got to get this. You got to get this money. If you can't create a product that's good enough that your fans will support it, the product's not good enough. But I work for one person, and it's the fan.
Yeah.
And that's not cliche. And it's not 2 million fans. I work for one fan at a time. Most businesses are focused on the next quarter.
Right.
We're focused on the next quarter, century, and beyond.
I focus on one fan at a time. Come on. Come on. That's what we do here. That's what we talk about. One listener. Would you podcast for the audience of one? Yes. I would do all of this every day. Show up, record, post, do a website, do all this stuff. If there was just one single person listening to this podcast, I would do this for one person. And I feel like I'm a pink elephant or a pink pony club. I don't know. I feel like I'm a unicorn in podcasting because everyone I talk to and listen to who talks about podcasting, it's all about the numbers. It's all about making money. It's all about big, huge audiences. Top 100 podcast, everyone. If you're not a top 100 podcast, who the heck are you? Well, I'm me, and this is how I do my show. So the Savannah Bananas model for me really, really just checks all my boxes here. I love this. The Savannah Bananas, they deliberately took down all of their sponsorship banners around the field where they play. All of the ads and the corporate branding from their stadium to provide a more immersive, fan-first experience. Like, come on, you're pulling down the banner for blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Their organization is known for challenging the norms in professional sports by making entertainment, not advertising revenue, the primary focus. Go to any hockey game, soccer, basketball, football. It's sponsorship. The game is not the most important thing. The ads are the most important thing. Right? Watch the next sporting event. It's all about the ads. It's all about the advertisers. And what I'm nervous about in podcasting is becoming all about the advertisers. The advertisers dictate the content. The advertisers dictate on when their ads are placed. The advertisers just control everything. Even the podcast conferences are focused on the advertisers. And this feeling of serving this big company, these big companies that make podcasting happen, is why big, huge podcasts close. Because when the money isn't there, they close up shop. It's not about just making money with your podcast. You can, but you don't have to. I don't podcast for money. I podcast for you. It doesn't have to be the primary focus of your show. And the Savannah Bananas realized that sponsors and the signage often meant little to the fans, and instead chose to create an environment where every visual element contributes to the show. The Savannah Bananas are the most important things, not the ads around the playing field. I love this. How their focus, for Jesse and the Savannah Bananas, how does their focus differ from traditional sports advertising? The Savannah Bananas organization is fan-centric, not sponsor-centric. What I'm seeing in podcasting right now is a leaning towards advertising-centric content, not fan-listener-centric content. Traditional sports teams rely on sponsorship dollars. It's how they pay the bills. They decorate every surface of the playing field, the stands, everywhere with logos. The Bananas want fans to be fully immersed in the fun without distraction. Oh, I love it. Also, the Savannah Bananas want the event to be memorable, not monetized. Oh, memorable, not monetized. There's a shirt there somewhere. That's their focus. They build lifelong memories for their audience and their community. And they have a loyal fan base that takes priority over maximizing ad revenue per eyeball. Such a good thing. Also, organic marketing. They seek partnerships and collaborations that add value to the overall experience, not just to slap a brand on a fence and go, good, we got some money for that image out in center field. No. Brand is the product. Brand is the product. Their own showmanship and unique culture are the product, not what they can sell through their advertisers. The podcast is the product. The podcast, not the sponsor. Some lessons for us as podcasters using this approach about sponsors need not apply in your show. And I don't want this to be coming across as anti-sponsors, because money in podcasting is great. It's great for so many podcasters. And again, if that's you, congratulations, because only the top podcasts make life-changing money through podcasting. So if that's you, then hats off to you. That's amazing. But I would say 80+% of podcasters are not like you. So what are some lessons for us for podcasters based on what Savannah Bananas are doing and how they deal with their sponsors and lack thereof of sponsorship? Here's a few thoughts. As podcasters, we need to focus on audience value. What's in it for the audience? Like the Bananas, prioritize your listeners' experience above your sponsors' needs. Don't dilute your show with intrusive or irrelevant ads. You can have ads, but they got to be relevant. Okay? So example, I have a friend who has a podcast that helps people with their alcohol addiction. To have a whiskey or a wine sponsor for their show makes absolutely no sense. Right? Does that make sense? No. Okay? Make it relevant. That's fine. Build loyalty with your authenticity as a podcaster. A podcast that feels genuine, personal, and is audience first will have a deeper loyalty, stronger community, and more word of mouth marketing than anything else. The Bananas' viral appeal and devoted fans are proof of this. It is proof. I'm talking to you about the Savannah Bananas on a podcast right now. Why? Because it works. It's working right now in real time. We're talking about them, and this isn't even a baseball podcast. Rethink your monetization focus for your show. Consider sponsorships that align with your values or support your content, but don't be afraid to seek other revenue streams like merchandise sales, memberships, live events, coaching, writing and selling your own book, writing and selling your own course, any of these things that can create more value for your audience than for your sponsor. Your sponsor's not interested in you. Your sponsor's not really interested in your content. Your sponsor's interested in selling your audience. That's it. You don't sell your podcast, you sell your audience to a sponsor. So rethink your monetization focus and focus on community over commercials. Listeners find connection with when they can trust the content comes before commerce. I know when I'm being overly sold to, and it feels terrible. I know when these ads are coming because it's quite predictable. There's a couple shows I listen to, And I can tell you at minute 1:15, 1 minute, 15 seconds in, there's a commercial. This other show, minute 2:35, bang, there's the commercial every time. And it's just like, oh, here we go. And if my phone's not in my hand, I got to sit through this long, boring commercial for something that means nothing to me because it means nothing to the content. Please, come on. What are some limitations of sponsorships for podcasters? What I find really interesting is podcasters whine and complain that there's not enough money coming from sponsors into podcasting. The moment these sponsors show up, guess what they want? They want control over what you say on your show. They want to know that your show is brand safe, meaning that you're not going to talk about things that hurt their brand as they advertise on your show. So it could be political in nature, it could be religious in nature, it could be anything to do with any kind of human rights or opinions or language or content or whatever. They want to know your show is safe for their brand. Big company brand A wants to know that you're not going to say anything or align with their business that's going to hurt them in the long run. So we want their money, but we don't want them to tell us what we can and cannot say on our show. You can't have it both ways. You can't. It doesn't work like that. There's limitations to sponsorship in podcasting. There's audience fatigue over time. And I got to tell you, when you lose a listener, you've lost them. Too many ads can really annoy listeners. It just takes away and erodes trust between you and your listener. And it can cause a drop-off if sponsors are prioritized over valuable content. If you lose audience, the same audience that got you the sponsor, the reduction of audience members because of the sponsor will reduce the size of your audience, making you less attractive to future sponsors. It is a cycle that if it's not handled with finesse and love and relevance, will hurt you in the end. Keep that in mind. You have to make creative compromises at times when a sponsor has put money on the table in front of you. Some sponsorship deals come with content restrictions or script requirements that can compromise your voice and your overall authenticity. The things that everybody loved about your show back in the day change when company A says you can't talk about that anymore. You can't use that word. You can't talk about that subject. So the things they loved about you erodes over time because the company now owns your show and owns your content because they paid you for it. There's a distraction from your overall mission, potentially, for your podcast. Constantly changing sponsors can pull creators away from serving their true community. You become so sponsor-focused, you forget about your audience. And this whole idea about sponsorship for podcasters, it's unpredictable. This income, sponsorship revenue can at times be inconsistent, especially for podcasts that are smaller, like this one, or niche audiences, like this one. Is it worth chasing sponsorships at the expense of your audience? Is it worth you losing people to get a sponsor? What do you think? For most independent podcasters, the answer is probably going to be no. Chasing sponsors at the cost of your audience relationship really risks the very foundation of your show's success. As engaged, loyal listeners will outlast any sponsorship deal. Building a sustainable, meaningful growth and community, it all comes from putting listeners first. Just as the Savannah Bananas put their fans first, making them famous for more than just the game. Savannah Bananas are doing it right for me. As I watch them and see them grow, the results that are coming their way are because they put their audience first. They understand who's in the stands and they understand how to make them the star of the show. Not the banner on the wall, not the logos that you see everywhere on the field. No, it's about the fans. Serve the audience, create unforgettable experiences as your podcast grows, build trust and build a community. If you add sponsors, make sure that they support and not undermine and erode your vision for your listeners' enjoyment. It's time to build something great. And if the Savannah Bananas can teach you one thing about podcasting, is sponsorships might not need to apply. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Making money with your show. Bowing your knee to a sponsor. Where does your comfort level lie on that? For me, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sacrifice my relationship with you to come in here and sell you a mattress right now. No, not interested in that. If you are and it's working, I'd love to hear from you. howtopodcast.ca. Get out there, play ball, let's go. So I get asked quite often, usually at the end of a podcast, like right now, Dave, how can we help you? Like, how can we as a listener, like, support the show? Can we come rake your leaves? Can we cut the grass, shovel the snow? Watch your dog, help you move? What can we do? Clean your dishes? Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, if you can't do that because, you're in Poland, maybe you can help us by supporting us with our Buy Me a Coffee. It's right there on our website. And, it just will help us to, A, stay fueled because, we drink a lot of coffee around here. And it helps the show. So if you want to help us, it's out of the goodness of your heart. I can tell you that listening to the podcast to this point, you've already helped us so much. But I do have people saying, Dave, I'd love to give back something small, even just to the show. Buy Me a Coffee link is on our website at howtopodcast.ca. And you can support the show that way. It would mean a lot to have you on our team supporting what we do here. If you find value in the show, then that's great. Share the show, tell somebody about it. And when somebody says, Dave, I want to start a podcast, who should I check out? Oh, you should go check out the How to Podcast series because of all the great co-hosts and all the things that happen here, the meetups, everything. And I would appreciate that. And then fill our cup once in a while if you can. But again, thank you so much for being here and supporting the How to Podcast series. Take care. Talk soon. Hey, it's Dave. Yeah, I'm still here. You're still here. Great. Everyone else has kind of already made their way out the door, but I have a few extra moments with you. I want to answer a question from a listener. The question is around bonus episodes. Should I do them? Should I not do them? I love bonus episodes. I do them here on the How to Podcast series. Basically, how I use a bonus episode, it's an unnumbered episode. So this episode is episode 507. So it's numbered, it's on a calendar, it's on a schedule, but a bonus episode can happen anywhere, anytime. Doesn't have to be numbered, and it can live outside of the regular scheduled episodes. So when you're going through your app, and you sort by date, you sort by episode, there's episode numbers. And it kind of sorts it by when it was released. Bonus episodes just kind of flip and flop here and there and allow you to do extra content in the moment. So if I have something pressing and I want to jump on and record an episode, and I want it to go live right away, I don't have to wait for the numbered episode to catch up to what I want to talk about. So I might be 1 or 2 weeks ahead, maybe months ahead, but I can still jump in, record something, post it, get it out to the world, and have the freedom and the flexibility to release when I want to release, outside of my numbered episodes. The downfall of a bonus episode. Because it's not numbered, when you look at your list of episodes, I know I have 507 episodes, but technically I have more than that, because I have bonus episodes which are not numbered, which don't feed into this number. So it says 507 for this episode, but I have way more than that with all the extra things we've been doing on the show. So if you're okay with not being truly correct with how many episode numbers you have, how many episodes you have based on the number, then fine. Bonus episodes might be a great idea for you. So if you need any help with this, when you go to your hosting site and you upload your file, which will be distributed to Apple and Spotify, Audible, and on, YouTube as well, you have a choice for a trailer episode, which is the episode that lives at the top of your feed all the time, no matter how many episodes you have. It's always at the top, like a little taste test for your show. You should have a trailer. Then you have a full episode, and then you have a bonus episode. Those are the three that I see on my hosting site that I can choose from. So a full episode would be a numbered episode like this, episode 507. A bonus episode is unnumbered, can go anywhere, anytime, released anytime I want. And then that trailer episode is one episode, not multiple, one episode that lives at the top of the feed. And I would say keep that trailer episode a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, but not 10, 20, 45 minutes. That's not a trailer. That's an episode. That's a bonus episode or a full episode. A trailer is short, to the point, something easily shareable for your audience. So keep that in mind. And use bonus episodes when you want to. They give you the flexibility to jump on the mic, talk about something that's important in the moment, and without having to try to fit it in with all the other episodes that are numbered, set up in the calendar for a future release, they give you some flexibility. That's why they're there. And that's why you should use them. If you have any questions, reach out to me anytime. Talk to you next time. Take care.